वधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्म उपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरते य उपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु। ओम शांति शांति शांति। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओमित्येतदक्षरमुद्गीतमुपासीत ओमिति ह्युद्गायते तस्योपव्याख्यानम् न वियदश्रुतेः अस्तितो गौण्यसम्भवात् शब्दाच्च स्याच्च एकस्य ब्रह्म शब्दवत्। This dialogue is going on. What they call the Ekadeshi says, Gauni na vyad ashrutehe. So vyada utpatti nasti. That the space is not created. Space is eternal. Ashrutehe, because there is no Shruti statement to support the creation of space. Look, Chandogya Upanishad says, Tat tej tadaikshada, tat teja asrujata. That Brahman saw, thought, deliberated, tat teja asrujata, then it created the element fire, then element water, then element earth. And this is what the Shruti says. Therefore, we have to accept that there is no mention of space here, therefore space is not created. There is no statement of Shruti corroborating the creation of space. So this is the Ekadeshi. You know why this argument is made, as we said earlier, that it is important that there is a reconciliation between the different statements of Shruti. What the different Upanishads say about the creation should be reconciled, should be consistent. And if there is a contradiction among those statements, then the Upanishad no more remains Pramanam. So Chandogya Upanishad talks about the creation of three elements beginning with fire. The Taittiriya Upanishad talks about the creation of five elements beginning with space. Therefore, if we take these statements literally, then there is definitely a contradiction. And of course, Aitareya Upanishad straight away talks about creation of the different realms or worlds. That is the case, we do not find a consistency about the process of creation. And that means there is a contradiction. One Shruti says one way, other Shruti says another way. There is a contradiction, an internal contradiction among the Upanishads themselves when it comes to the creation of this universe. So it is necessary that there should be reconciliation. That contradiction should be resolved by showing that there is indeed no contradiction among the statements of Upanishad. Therefore, this Ekadeshi, meaning a person who is a Vedantin, inasmuch as he wants to establish the Pramanyam, the authenticity of the Upanishads, therefore he suggests a way of how to reconcile between the different Shrutis by saying Naviyat Ashrutehe, says that the space is not created, and therefore what the Chandogya Upanishad says is right. So fire, water and earth, these three elements are created. If so, then there is only the statement of Chandogya Upanishad, which is the primary statement, and therefore everything is fine. But then there is an objection to that one, Astitu. But wait a minute, Astitu, that indeed there is another Shruti statement in the Taittiriya Upanishad which says that five elements are created beginning with space, so space is created, is not uncreated. And therefore again we come back to the same thing. If you accept the Taittiriya Upanishad, then there appears to be a contradiction between these two Shrutis. Therefore again the Upanishad is not Pramanam. That's the Purva Paksha. So the Ekadeshi suggests another solution. Gauni Asambhavat. Look, that statement of the Chandi, Taittiriya Upanishad, which says that the space is created, should be taken in the secondary sense, not in the primary sense. Why? Because Asambhavat, because the creation of space is not possible. Why do you say that? Because according to the Vaisheshikas, three causes are required for creation of anything. The Samvaya Karanam, Asamvaya Karanam, Nimitta Karanam. Samvaya Karanam, inherent cause, the intimate cause. And according to the Vaisheshikas, the pot is made of two halves. So that's our Kapala. So these two Kapalas, of which the pot is made, is called Samvaya Karanam, the inherent cause, without which the effect is not possible. Then Asamvaya Karanam. Not only do you require the two halves of the pot, you require a contact between the two. Simply two halves placed apart, they do not create a pot. This sanyoga, the contact between two is necessary. That is called the asamvaya karanam. Not inherent cause, not part of the cause, material cause, but a required cause. So asamvaya karanam. So samvaya karanam is always a dravyam. Samvaya karanam is the same as our material cause, with always a substance like clay, like kapala, like those two halves of the pot. A samvaya karanam is always a guna. Guna means an attribute or an action. One of the two can be the asamvaya karanam. So here the sanyoga. And then rest of the causes are called nimitta karanam. The pot maker and the potter's wheel and that stick that is driving stick, all of these fall in the category of nimitta karanam. Thus, these three causes are required for the creation of anything. However, for creation of space, we do not find the samavaya karanam. We do not find something, so samavaya karanam must be one substance and many in number. Like kapala must be at least two, they can be joined. Like tantu, like the thread must be many for them to join to become a cloth. But as far as space is concerned, we do not find any substance which is many in number, which by combining can create space, and therefore the causes required for the creation of space are not there, therefore space could not be created. Secondly, what can be created? That which does not exist before. When you say the pot is created, is because the pot did not exist before its creation. So you must show how something did not exist at a given time and it came into being at that time. So that state is called pragabhava, the prior non-existence. Pot did not exist before its creation and now it exists. But we cannot show the pragavad, the prior non-existence of space, because space is always there to accommodate. Even when the whole universe is dissolved, there is a pralaya, then also it requires space to accommodate those atoms. And therefore, that accommodation is always required. That being the case, space was always there, even in the time of pralaya or dissolution, and therefore, you cannot prove the prior non-existence of space, therefore space is not created. Thirdly also, that space, prasivyadi vaidharmyacha, space possesses the attribute of vibhutvam, all pervasiveness. And therefore, even though you say in the day-to-day life, we have created room space, we have created the dining hall space, but really that kind of usage of creation of space is only in a secondary sense. Therefore, Gauni Drashtabhya, so this Shruti of the Taittiriya Upanishad, which says Tasmadva etasmad atmanah akasha sambhutah, from that Brahman, which is the space, which is Atma, the space is created, must be taken in a secondary sense, in a figurative sense, not in the primary sense. And the same Ekadeshi continues, Shabdacha, and there are statements of the Upanishad, Shabdacha, Vayuscha, Antarikshamcha, Etat Amrutam. The Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says clearly that Vayu and Antariksha means space are Amrutam, immortal. And immortal means indestructible. And what is indestructible means necessarily uncreated also, because what is created will perish. And therefore, that Akasha is Amrutam, imperishable, shows that it has no birth, and therefore Akasha is unborn. Akashavat sarvagatascha nityaha. And space is presented as an illustration to explain or to describe Atma. The Akashavat, just as the space is all pervasive, so also Atma is all pervasive. That shows that Nitya, the Atma is Nitya, space also is Nitya. Akasha Atma, Brahma is Akasha or space as its body. Akasha Shariram Brahma, and Akasha Shariram, Brahman is that which is Akasha, the Shariram or the body. All of these also shows that Akasha is comparable to Brahman, and Brahman does not have beginning. Akasha also does not have beginning. Tasmat Nityameva Akashena Sadharanam Brahma iti Gamyate. From these statements, we conclude that Brahman is similar to space, or space is similar to Brahman in terms of all pervasiveness, in terms of beginninglessness. So when this argument is made, then we say, look, you say that Gauni, this statement of Taittiriya Upanishad, Tasmadva etasmad atmanah akasha sambhutah. Sambhuta means that it was born, it came into existence. And that sambhuta should be taken in a secondary sense, not in a primary sense. Alright, then what happens? Akashad vayuhu. So akashad vayuhu sambhutah. Vayuhu agnihi sambhutah. Agnehe apah sambhutah. Adbyaf prithvi sambhuta. So that sambhuta not only occurs in case of the akasha, it also continues. Anuvritti is there, continued is there. And now you say that fire is created, and water is created, and earth is created. That means that there were sambhuta or created applies in a primary sense in case of the fire, water and earth, and in case of akasha it applies in a secondary sense in the same sentence. So syat cha ekasya brahma shabdavat. So question is katham punah ekasya sambhuta shabdasya tasmadva. We are on the page 502. Tasmadva etasmad atmanah akasha sambhuta iti asmin adhikare. The same passage. Tasmadva etasmad atmanah akasha sambhutah. Tasmat, from that Brahman, etasmat, which is itself, akasha sambhutah, the space is created. There itself, pareshu tejas pravrutishu anuvartamanasya mukhyatvam. That word sambhutah, which is carried forward in the last three elements, that is taken in the primary sense. In case of space, it is taken in secondary sense. Why? How can it be? Atah uttaram uchyate syatcha ekasya. This is not uncommon that the same word is used in a primary sense and in secondary sense in the same text. Yatha ekasyapi brahma shabdasya tapasa brahma vijignyasasva tapo brahmeti iti. Tapasa brahma vijignyasasva. May you seek to know Brahman through tapas. Tapas means penance. In this case, penance in the form of deliberation. So may you seek to know Brahman through contemplation, through deliberation. Tapo brahmeti. Then same it says, tapo brahmeti, that tapas itself is Brahman. So word Brahman is used in two senses there. Tapasa brahma vijignyasasva. May you seek to know Brahman through tapas. Meaning, Brahman is to be known through tapas. Tapas is sadhanam. Next sentence is tapo brahmeti. Tapas itself is Brahman. So there word Brahma is used in a secondary sense. So Brahman is used in secondary sense when it comes to tapas. Primary sense when it comes to be known. Also, annadishu gaunah prayoga anandecha mukhya. Annam brahmeti vijanat, prano brahmeti vijanat, mano brahmeti vijanat, vijnanam brahmeti vijanat, anando brahmeti vijanat. In all these five cases, word Brahman is used. But then in case of the annam, prana, mana, vijnanam, in all those four cases, word Brahma is in the secondary sense because they are not Brahman. Anando brahmeti vijanat, ananda is Brahman there. The word Brahman is used in primary sense. So gives examples of how Brahma Shabdavat, how the same word Brahman is used in a primary sense as well as in the secondary sense in the same context. So we continue on the page 502. The Bhashya, the 5th line. Katham punah iti. Mukhya Siddhanti Akshipati. Again, to this Ekadeshi, the question is asked here, is questioned here. Or if you look at the Nyaya Nirnaya, Eka Vijnanena Sarva Vijnana Pratigna Virodhacha Akasha Anutpatti Akasha Anutpatti Ayukta iti. Before that, Advitiya Shruti Virodhat Avadharana Shruti Virodhacha Akasha Anutpatti Ayukta iti Shankare Katham. Advitiya Shruti Virodhat. Alright, you say that space is not created. By the argument that you made, you said space is not created, which means space always exists, space is eternal. Then what happens? It will contradict the Chandogya Upanishad elsewhere. Advitiya Shruti Virodhat. Sadeva Somya Idamagrasit Ekameva Advitiyam. Hey Somya, this universe was Sat. Before its creation, one without a second. Sat Eva. That's Evakara is called Avadharanam. So then, Avadharana, then Ekameva Advitiyam. Sat is one without a second. So two things are said. Sat alone was, before this universe, before its creation, was only Sat and nothing else. No Akasha, etc. was there. And secondly, that Sat is Ekameva Dvitiyam. It is one without a second. So if you do not accept the Utpatti, the creation of space, then both these will be contradicted. Virodhat, you will be actually militating against this Shruti statements. So Kathamiti Bhashyakara says, Katham punah anutpattau navasah ekameva dvitiyam iti iyam pratignya samarthyate. Katham punah anutpau nabasah anutpattau. Then the question is asked, how again, if nabas or the space is not created? Ekameva dvitimiti yam pratignya katham samarthyate. How do you justify? How to justify this pratignya, this proposition? Ekam eva advitiyam, one without a second. How can you justify that statement if the space is not created? Ka punah Shrutyoho anupattiti ashankya akshepta eva brute. So ekameva advitiyam, what's the problem? So that fellow says, Ka punah Shrutyoho anupatti ekameva advitiyam, that Shruti is there, and Akasha Sambhuta, that Shruti is there. This is Gauni. So, what is anupatti? What is untenability? What is illogical there? Nanu iti. So, Bhashya continues. Nanu navasat dvitiyena sadvitiyam brahma prapnoti. So nanu, this nanu is not an objection. So akshepta eva brute. The one who asks a question alone says nanu. Navasa dvitiya brahma prapnoti. Brahma sadvitiyam prapnoti. So if navas or akasha is not created, there. That means that Akasha existed. That means two things existed. Universe existed as Sat, and according to you, after there were Akash also existed. So then we have two entities, Brahman or Sat and Akashan. So Advitiyena Sadvitiyam Brahma Prapnoti. Brahma becomes not Advitiyam, Sadvitiyam, not non-dual, becomes with divine. And further, Sarvacha. A third contradiction is Sarvijnana Pratigna. Ekameva Dvitiyam Sat. One, non-dual. Secondless one. Second is, by knowing one, everything becomes known. Yena Ashrutam Shrutam Bhavati Amatam Matam Avijnatam Vijnatamiti. So that by hearing which everything is as well heard or thought of, meditating upon which everything is as well meditated upon or known. So Eka Vijnanena Sarvijna Pratigna Sarvijnana Pratigna. So this is an important proposition in the Upanishads, that by knowing one, everything is as well known. Because of that also, Akasha has to be created. If Akasha is not created, this Pratigna question is also contradicted. So Bhashya says, Katham cha brahmani vidite sarvam viditam syadite. Katham cha brahmani vidite. If there are two independent entities, Brahman is also there and space also is there. By knowing Brahman, space cannot be known because space is an independent entity. So how by knowing Brahman, other things are known? So the Advitiyatva Pratigna will be also, there will be Hani, or that also will be militated against. That also will be proven wrong. And this second Pratigna, by knowing one, everything as well becomes known, also will be proven wrong. Similarly, Ratnapura says, Advitiya Shruti Bhadaha Sarvijnana Pratigna Bhadasya Ityartha. If you insist that space is not created, then Advitiya Shruti Bhadaha. The Shruti which talks about duality of Brahman will be contradicted. And Sarvijnana Pratigna, the Shruti is which says, by knowing one, everything is as well known, that also will be contradicted. Chodyadvem Pariharati. Both these questions are answered by whom? By Ekadeshi. This is Ekadeshi Sutra. Ekadeshi is that same word can be used in a primary sense and secondary sense in the same context. It's not unusual. To this question arose, he is replying. Prathama akshepam drishtantena pariharati. Says Bhashyakara, taduchyate. So, both of these chodyam, meaning both of these questions or objections are realizing. There says Nyaya Tatra Avadharana Shrute Upapattim Akasha Anutpatti Pakshepi Darshayati. Avadharana Shrute Ekameva Dvitiyam. The Evakara. Sadeva Somya, that. Upapattim, that emphasis is alright even with the non-creation of space. That is alright. So, the Evakara will be okay even if the space is not created. Ekamiti, so Bhashyakara says, Ekam, you can see how cleverly the answers are given here, you know. Ekameva iti tavat स्वकार्य अपेक्षया उपपद्यते एकमेवेति तावत् स्वकार्य अपेक्षया उपपद्यते एकमेव one without a second which can this person says you have to restrict the meaning of that with reference to swakarya, its own products. Meaning, Brahman is non-dual with reference to its own products, that's all. Not non-dual with reference to other things. Like the clay remains non-dual with reference to the pots and pans created from clay, but clay is not non-dual when it comes to gold, etc. So Upanishad means to say that there is non-duality of Brahman with reference to its own creation, and therefore the Devakara is okay. So ekameva editavad swakarya apekshaya upapadyate. Therefore ekam eva, one only, is tenable, is logical with reference to its own karya, its own product. श्री रत्नप्रभा कार्य रूप द्वितीय शून्यत्वम प्रागवस्थायाम अवधारण श्रुत्यर्थ इत्यर्थः कार्य रूप द्वितीय एकम एव अद्वितीयम one without a second. What does it mean? It means कार्य रूप द्वितीय शून्यत्वम. At that time no कार्य existed. At that time Brahman alone existed, and the products of Brahman did not exist. Like saying the clay is one without a second. That means that at that time clay alone existed and the pots and pans did not exist. So that's explained here. Apekshikam avadharanam. So avadharanam also is apekshikam, is relative and not absolute. Tatra drishtantamaha yathayadi. So next one says, यथा लोके कश्चित् कुंभकार कुले पूर्वेद्युः मृद्दंड चक्रादीनि च उपलभ्य अपरेद्युश्च नानाविधानि अमत्राणि प्रसारितानि उपलभ्य ब्रूयात् मृदेव एकाकिनी पूर्वेद्युः आसीदिति स च तया अवधारणया मृत्कार्यजातमेव पूर्वेद्युः न आसीत् इति अभिप्रेयात् न दंडचक्रादि तद्वत् अद्वितीय श्रुतिः अधिष्ठातृ अंतरं वारयति यथा मृदः अमत्र प्रकृतेः कुंभकारः अधिष्ठाता दृश्यते न एवं ब्रह्मणः जगत् प्रकृतेः अन्यः अधिष्ठातास्तीति यथा लोके, just as in our day-to-day life, kaschit kumbhakara kule, kaschit somebody, kumbhakara kule, kule means gruhe, in the house of a kumbhakara, the house of a potter or a pot maker. Purvedyu, this fellow may have happened to visit this pot maker on a given day, on the previous day. He saw Vruddanda Chakradini cha upalabhya. He saw that in the house of this kumbhakara means of this potter, there was mrut, clay, chakra, the wheel, danda, the stick, driving stick, all of this he saw. Aparedyuscha, he happened to visit the same fellow next day. What does he find? Nana vidhani amatrani prasaritani upalabhya. He finds now where formerly there was clay. Now he finds amatrani, means what? Ghatadini patrani. Many vessels like the pot, etc. Now he saw them all spread out there. So formerly where there was clay, now he finds all these various vessels. Bruyat, this person can say now, Mrudeva ekakini purvedyu asiditi. He can say that, hey, previous day there was only Mrud, one alone, without a second. So without a second we don't say, but this you say, Mrudeva ekakini syad purvedyu asiditi. On the previous day, Mrudeva ekakini, only Mrut was there. Iti. Such a, so Mrudeva, so by that evakara, that clay alone was there, or only clay was there, what does it mean? Taya avadharanaya mrut karyajatameva purvedyu na asid abhiprayat. What is the opinion? What is his thinking? So your intention is to say that his pots and pans were not there, only clay was there. The Danda Chakradi. He does not mean so that Danda Chakradi, the potter's wheel and the driving stick, etc. were also not there. That's not the intention. So this person, when he visited the house of the pot maker, on the previous day saw clay and the potter's wheel and the stick and all the other paraphernalia. Next day he goes, he finds a number of vessels like pots and pans being there. So he says, hey, yesterday there was only clay. So when he says only clay, what he means is that there were no amatrani, all these pots and pans were not there, clay alone was. So only clay, that word only is used only with reference to the pots and pans, the product of clay. He does not mean that the previous day the potter's wheel was not there, the driving stick was not there. They were there. So when he says only clay was there yesterday, that evakara only is used only with reference to the products of clay, to exclude the products of clay, not to exclude other things. Tadvad advitiya shruti adhishtatru antaram varayati. Similarly also ekameva advitiyam. The evakara varayati. It denies, what does it deny? Adhishtatru antaram. Other adhisthata was not there. So the other ordainer was not there. Other creator was not there. That's all. So again explains, Yatha mrudah amatra prakrute. Says Jnana Prakrutepi Swakayapeksham Avadharanam Aviruddham Tat Akaryam tu Tadriktamapi Pragavastham Astu. When he says clay alone was there, that alone was with reference to the products of clay, not with reference to that there was no pot maker. He did not mean that. That was there. So pragavastham astu kahani. So they are there. Tadvat. Advitiya Shruti adhishthatru antaram varayati. Adhisthata means an ordiner. Adhisthata also can here means creator. There is no creator. In case of clay, there was clay also and the pot maker also was there. In case of Brahman or this creation, Brahman alone is there, then not that there is clay separate and then pot maker separate, the material separate and the nimitta creator separate, the maker separate, the material separate, the separation of maker and material was not there. But just as in case of the clay and the pots, the potter's wheel was there, the stick was there, and so also in case of the creation, space was there. Because space is not a product of Brahman. So what was not created by clay was all there. Yesterday, in case of the clay, so these pots and pans that are created from clay were not there. But what was not created from clay, namely potter's wheel, etc., were there. Similarly, in case of universe also, what was not created from Brahman was there. What was created from Brahman was not there. Yatha mrudah amatra prakritehe. Prakriti means material cause. Amatra prakritehe. Of the material cause of this, amatra means all these vessels, which is what? Mrud or the clay. That is again the fifth case. Mrudah amatra prakritehe sakasat kumbhakara adhisthata drishyate. So different from that, an adhisthata, a kumbhakara or a pot maker is seen. Devam brahmana jagat prakritehe anya adhisthata asti. In case of Brahman, Brahman is what? Prakriti as well as adhisthata. Brahman is material cause as well as efficient cause, the maker as well as material. In case of clay, the maker was there. In case of universe, maker was not there, separate from Brahman. So Brahman is both maker as well as material as far as the universe is concerned. With reference to those things not created like space, it is always because not made, therefore was always there. So Ratnaprabha said, Ekameva iti avadharana vyavartyam karyamidi vyakhyaya advitiya pada vyavartyam aha advitiya shruti. So evakara means that there is nothing other than the products of clay. Advitiya shruti means that there was no adhisthata. That's how the two explanations are given. There was nothing other than Brahman and no adhisthata other than Brahman. So there was no product present in the beginning, same time the adhisthata also was not there. So understand that evakara is there, advitiyatva is there, and sarva vijnana pratigna is there. So ekameva advitiyam, one without a one only. So one only means what? The material cause and efficient cause were one. That's the idea. That this person accepts. The material cause and efficient cause were one. Advitiyam, non-dual. That he says that that's only with reference to the products of Brahman. That the products of Brahman, namely creation, did not exist at that time. Then says Ratnaprabha, Akashasya dvitiyatvam angikritya advitiyadi पद संकोचः कृतः तदपि नास्ति। आकाशस्य द्वितीयत्वम् अंगीकृत्य, accepting for the time being the space stands apart from Brahman. These arguments were made accepting that space stands apart from Brahman. Tadapi nasti. But really speaking, the space does not stand apart from Brahman. Therefore, even Sadvitiyatva Hani is not there. Advitiyatva Hani is not there. आकाशस्य द्वितीयत्वम् अंगीकृत्य अद्वितीयादि पद संकोचः कृतः तदपि नास्ति. So in fact, the space does not stand apart from Brahman. न च इति भाष्य says न च नभसापि द्वितीयेन सद्वितीयं ब्रह्म प्रसज्यते. न च नभसा, even though Navas or Akasha is separate from Brahman and still not separate. Akasha is not Brahman, different from Brahman, and still it does not pose a duality in a real sense. न च नभसापि द्वितीयेन, even though Navas or Akasha is Dvitiyam, is different from Brahman, still Brahman does not become Sadvitiyam, Brahman does not become possessed of duality. These sounds are coming from elsewhere, I think. Now I was wondering whether it's coming from here or what. So the question is, you say that Navas or space is different and still doesn't cause duality. You see? Even though the space is different from Brahman, still it does not cause duality in Brahman. In Navasche Dvitiyam, Katham Tena Brahma Sadvitiyam Na. If you say that the Navas or the space is different, then how come the Brahman doesn't get possessed of duality? He explains, Lakshana iti, Vashyakara says, Lakshana anyatva nimittam hi nanatvam. Lakshana anyatva nimittam. The lakshanas must be different. The characteristics must be different. Then only you can count them as two. Even though space is there, different from Brahman, but still space cannot be counted as two because space has same characteristics as Brahman. Therefore, manyness can exist only when there are two, there are different characteristics. Like bangle is one, earring is another one, then bracelet is another one. Lakshanas are different, you can count them as many. But if they all look similar, then you cannot count them as many. So Lakshana Anyatva Nimittam hi Nanatvam. Only when the Lakshana Anyatva, different Lakshanas are there, then alone Nanatvam, the duality is there, manyness is there, not otherwise. So says Nyaya Nirnaya, Shabdavat Akasham Ashabdadimat Brahmeti Asti Prastutepi Lakshana Anyatvam. So we say, how do you say that the space and Brahman possess same Lakshana? Space is possessed of the attribute of sound, while Brahman is Ashabdam. So Brahman is devoid of the attribute of sound. So there is a difference between them. So he explains Nacha iti. Nacha pragutpattehe brahmanavasoho lakshana अन्यत्वमस्ति क्षीरोदकयोः इव संसृष्टयोः व्यापित्व अमूर्तत्वादि धर्मसामान्यात् न च प्रागुत्पत्तेः न च उत्पत्तेः प्राग बिफोर द क्रिएशन ब्रह्मनभसोः लक्षण अन्यत्वम नास्ति. That Brahman and space do not have lakshana or the characteristics different from each other before the creation. After creation is a different thing. But before creation, Brahman, because this story of before creation. Sadeva Soumya idamagra asit ekameva dvitiyam. That is the description of this universe before its creation. That this universe before its creation was Brahman, one without a second. So talking about that state, we say that before the creation, you could not distinguish space from Brahman, because Brahman and space have similar characteristics. In that sense, you can say that Brahman was non-dual. Nacha pragutpattehe brahmanavaso lakshana anyatmasti. Before the creation, Brahman and space did not have different characteristics, they were very similar. Vyapitva amurtatvadi dharma samanyat. Space is all pervasive, Brahman is all pervasive, space also is all pervasive. Brahman is formless, space also is formless, and therefore you could not distinguish space from Brahman. See, we have the light here from one tube light, from other tube light. You can't distinguish between them, because this light has the same characteristics as that light. That being the case, you can't distinguish between them. Similarly also, before creation, Brahman is all pervasive and formless. Space also is all pervasive and formless. Therefore, you could not distinguish between them. Kshirodakayoho eva samsrishtayoho. Another example is given. Kshirodakayoho, like the milk and water when they are mixed. Although water is different from milk. And when you boil that milk and put some drops of lemon juice, then they will separate. That time you can see the separation. So we are not saying that water and milk are one. But when they are mixed, you cannot distinguish one from the other. So we don't mean to say that the space and Brahman are one. But then before creation, you could not separate them. That being the case, Upanishad says, Ekameva Dvitiyam, Brahman is one without a second, because space, which existed as a second entity, could not be distinguished from Brahman, because their characteristics are similar. All pervasiveness, formlessness are similar. So, Niravayatva Arupatwadi Sangratam Adipadam. Niravayatva, partless. Brahman is partless, space also is partless. Brahman is colorless, space also is colorless. So, these characteristics are similar. Therefore, before creation, you could not distinguish Brahman and space. So, Ratnaprabha says, Dharma samye brahmanavasoho katham bhedah. Dharma samye, if according to you, Brahman and space have similar characteristics, then how do you say that they are different from each other? If they have similar characteristics, they could not be distinguished from each other before creation, then how do you say that they are separate from each other? So, To that he replies, Sargakaletu, page 503. Sargakaletu Brahma Jagat Utpadayitum Yatate Itarat Tishthate Tena. Now, Sarga Kaletu Brahma. So, the distinction happens when the creation starts. Just as the water and milk could not be distinguished when they were mixed. However, you curdle the milk. In the boiling milk, you add some drops of lemon. Then the water gets separated. Then you know that water and milk are separate. Similarly, before creation, Brahma and space were not different, not distinguishable. However, when it comes to creation, Sarga Kaletu Brahma Jagat Utpadetum Yatate. Sarga Kale, at the time of creation, now Brahman starts creating the world. Stimitam Itarat Tishtati, whereas Itarat space stays, it remains motionless. So Brahman becomes active. At the time of creation, these are all arguments of this, the Ekadeshi understand, so you must know what arguments are what. So he says, at the time of creation, Brahma becomes active in creating the universe. Tadaikshata, tat teja asrujat bahusyam prajayati tat teja asrujat. Brahman started deliberating, may I become many, it created fire, it created water, thus Brahman became active to create the universe, whereas space remains inactive. Stimitam, space remains inactive, motionless, but Brahman becomes active. So that is where you can distinguish between the two. That's why we say that the space and Brahman are not one. But before creation, they were not distinguishable, therefore the non-duality, Advitiyatam, also is okay. Tena Ananyatvam Avasiyate. So because of that, Ananyatvam Avasiyate. Therefore, we understand the non-separatedness of the two. Then says Nyaya Nirnaya. Lakshana Ananyatva Nimitta Abhedopacharad Advitiyatvam Idyuktyarthe Shrutim Anugrahikam Aha. Lakshana Ananyatva Nimitta Abhedopacharad. So Abheda, the non-separatedness between Brahman and space also is Aupacharikam, is in a secondary sense, not a primary sense that Brahman and space are one, but as though they are not separate. So it says, Shruti Anugrahikama. Look, elsewhere also similar things are stated where the characteristics of Brahman and space are described as similar. Tatha, so Bhashyakara says, Tatha cha Akasha Shariram Brahma Ityadi Shrutibhyopi Brahmakashayoho Abhedopachara Siddhi. Akasha Shariram Brahma Satyatmam. This is from the Taittiriya Upanishad. Akasha Shariram Brahma. Brahman is Akasha, space as its body. Ityadi Shruti. What is Ityadi? Says Nyaya Nirnaya, Akasha Atma. The space is Atma. Kham Brahma. Kham means space. Space is Brahman. Ityadya Shruti Adi Shabdartha. So, These and similar Shrutis. Brahma Akashayoho Abheda Upachara Siddhi. So from these statements also we can say that Brahman and Akash are as though one. Not absolutely one, but then more or less one. Abheda Upachara. In a secondary sense we can say that, or this Shruti say that the space and Brahman are one. So therefore now we come to Dvitiya Akshepta, Eka Vijnana Sarva Vijnanam. First Akshepa was Advitiyatva Shruti. Second Akshepa was how to justify Sarva Vijnanam Eka Vijnanena. So now Dvitiyam Akshepam Pariharti Ataheva iti. Therefore Bhashyakara says Atah eva cha Brahma Vijnanena Sarva Vijnana Siddhi. Atayeva means what? Abheda Upacharadeva. Because Akasha Sharim Brahma, Akasha Atma, Kham Brahma. In all these places, Abheda Upachara hai. There is the Upachara. That is the figure in a figurative sense. Brahman and space are said to be one in a secondary sense. Therefore, so Abheda Upacharadeva Ataheva cha Brahma Vijnana Sarva Vijnana Siddhi. Because Akasha is similar to Brahman, so when you know Brahman, you know Akasha also. Akasha is not too different from Brahman. Therefore, having known Akasha, you have as well known Brahman. These two fellows are not, they are all same Swamiji, all politicians are same. You have known one, you have known all, you know. So this is what they say. They are all the same Swamiji, all, you know. So you known one, you have known all. Similarly, Akasha and Brahma are similar. You know Brahman, you know Akasha. In that sense, Atayeva cha Brahma Vijnanena Sarva Vijnana. Because when you know Brahman, you know what all pervasiveness is. You know what formlessness is. You know what partlessness is. You know what colorlessness is, etc. So when you know Brahman, you as well know space. And that way, by knowing Brahman, space also is as well known, and therefore everything is as well known. Atayeva cha Brahma Vijnana Sarva Vijnana Siddhi. Then says Ratnaprabha, Nabhasaha Brahma Tat Karyabhyam. It must be ma there, Karyabhyam. Abhinna Deshikalatvacha Tajnane Tajnanamityah. So because they are not really distinct from each other, therefore by knowing one, because characteristics are similar, Lakshana Ananyatvam is the reason. Because the characteristics are similar, therefore, having known Brahman, you as well known the space, because space doesn't have characteristics different from Brahman. So that's one argument supporting how by knowing Brahman everything is known. Another argument, Navasaha Brahmatat Karyabhyam Abhinna Deshikalatvacha. That space, in fact, is not separate from the products of Brahman. So universe is created, the space is not separate from universe in space and time. Therefore also Tajnane Tajnanam. Therefore knowing Brahman, the space is known. Apichayati. Bhashyakara says Apicha Sarvam Karyam Utpadyamanam Akashena Avyatirikta Deshakalameva Utpadyate Brahmana cha Avyatirikta देशकालमेव आकाशं भवतीति अतः ब्रह्मणा तत्कार्येण च विज्ञातेन सह विज्ञातम् एव आकाशं भवति। अपि च सर्वं कार्यम् उत्पद्यमानम् आकाशेन अव्यतिरिक्त देशकालेन उत्पद्यते। Understand that whatever is created is never separate from space. So space exists in its own space and time, and whatever created also exists in space and time. So sarvam karyam utpadyamanam, whatever products or effects are created, akashena avyadikta deshakala utpadyate, they are created in space and time which are non-different from the space and time of space. And brahmana cha avyadikta deshakalameva akasham bhavati. And again, Akash also is not separate from Brahman in space and time. So understand, the universe is not separate from space in space and time, and space is not separate from Brahman in space and time. Ataha Brahmana tat karyen cha vijñātena sa vijñātameva akasham bhavati. Therefore, when you know Brahman along with its creation, then because creation is not different from space in space and time, therefore by knowing creation, space is as well known. Therefore, when you know Brahman, all Brahma Karya, the effects of Brahman are known, and since those effects are not separate from space, therefore space also is known. Ataha Brahmana tat karyena vijñātena. Therefore, Brahmana tat karyena cha vijñātena. So, when along with Brahman the Karya also is included, Tatstena saha vijñātam akasham bhavati, Akash also gets included because the Karya doesn't stand apart from Akasha. So you have to know Akasha. The idea is that the universe exists in space. So the universe exists in space and time. And that space and time are not different from space and time of space. Therefore, when you know universe, you have to know the space and time. So that space also is known. So even though space stands apart, but still the space becomes known because the Karya of the universe cannot be known without space and time. In that sense, vijñātameva akasham bhavati. Therefore, because the universe exists in space, the universe cannot be known without the space. So when you know the universe, automatically space also is known. Therefore, by knowing Brahman, its effects are known and space also is known. Says Nyaya Nirnaya, Brahmani tat karye cha jñāte tadekadesha kalam akashanapi sajñātu drishtantamaha yathāyati. This is explained. By knowing the universe, how do you know the space also? By knowing Brahman, how do you know space also? For that an example is given, yathāyati. Yatha क्षीरपूर्णे घटे कतिचित् अबिम्बवः प्रक्षिप्ताः सन्तः क्षीरग्रहणेनैव गृहीता भवन्ति नहि क्षीरग्रहणात् अबिन्दुग्रहणं परिशिष्यते एवं ब्रह्मणा तत्कार्यैश्च अव्यतिरिक्तदेशकालत्वात् गृहीतमेव ब्रह्मग्रहणेन नभो भवति। यथा क्षीरपूर्णे घटे. Imagine a pot which is full of milk. कतिचित् अबिम्बवः prakshiptaha santah. In a pot which is full of milk, you put a few drops of water, abbimbava. Kshira grahaneneva gruhita bhavanti. Then, when you take out milk from that pot, those water drops also become, taken. Imagine a pot full of milk. In that, you put a few drops of water. So when you take that milk, the drops also are taken along with it. They don't stand separate. Because the drops have characteristics similar to space. Or milk, similar to milk. Or the drops exist where the milk exists. If the drops of water exist in a different place, then by taking milk, water is not taken. But when the water drops exist in the same place where the milk exists, therefore, by taking milk, the water drops also are as well taken. Even similarly, says Drishtante bhi katham anyasya grahana grahat anyasya grahanam. Even in case of milk and water also, how by taking milk the water becomes taken. So nahi kshira grahanat bimba abbindu grahanam parishyade. Because when you take away the milk, no water remains separate. In the pot full of milk, when you put some water, when you take the milk, water also gets taken along with it. It doesn't remain separate. Drishtante nivishtamartham dashtantike yojayati. Then in the Ashtantika Brahma and space also that Drishtanta is explained. Evam Brahmana tat karyaischa avyatirikta deshakalatvat gruhitameva brahma grahanena nabho bhavati. So similarly, nabha, the space, brahmana tat karyaischa avyatirikta deshakalatvat. So before creation, the space was one with Brahman, non-distinguishable from Brahman. And after the universe is created, the space remains again non-distinguishable from the universe. Therefore, Brahmana tat karyascha avidirikta deshakalatvat. Therefore, the space is non-separate from either Brahman or the universe in terms of space and time. Therefore, Brahma grahanena, when you take Brahman, Nabha gruhitam bhavati, Nabhas also gets included. Just as when you take the milk, the water also becomes taken, so also when you take Brahman, the space also becomes taken. When you know Brahman, the space also becomes known. So Gaunavadi Swamatam Upasamharati. Now Gaunavadi Ekadeshi concludes his matam, his position, tasmaditi. Tasmad bhaktam navasaha sambhava shravanam iti. Tasmad navasaha sambhava shravanam. Sama is utpatti. That means that shravana means the shrutya pratipadanam. That the shruti talks about the creation of space is bhaktam. Bhakta means what? Gaunam. Bhakta means gaunam. Bhakti also means gaunam. So bhakta means gaunam. Therefore, this creation of space is to be taken in a secondary sense. So space is not created. Therefore, the Shrutis are not contradictory. Therefore Upanishad remains pramanam. This is how the Ekadeshi concludes his position. His arguments, The arguments are all presented. And so, the defense has presented all the arguments. Now, the other fellow will come, present his arguments. Prosecutor, Okay. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ। આજે સંભળાવવામાં કે ફેર પડ્યો ખરો? બીજા દિવસો કરતા વધારે સારું સંભળાય એવું આજે લાગ્યું?